100 days of happy. Don't let the blogger. This chicken's gonna get pretty annoying after 100 days.
Hello, Dull Bedsit Blogger here, and I'm just about to go off to a gig, and I thought I'd do my little piece of happiness before the gig, because that's what I felt like. So my little piece of happiness is, it's a peculiar thing today. I was at work, and we had a project, which me and the guy I work with, we were trying to film a kind of fight sequence, and we were down at his local park filming this fight sequence, and it was a lovely spring day, so we thought we'd walk out the park the opposite way, so rather than going the way we came, just so we go in a circle, but anyway, we ended up taking a wrong turning, which was a bit of an error, and we ended up going further and further, and then getting more and more kind of, I'm not going to say lost, yes, we got lost, or further away from home, and then the power on his power chair started running out, so I ended up having to think, right, we got to stop here, don't want to get stuck with zero power and be totally stuck, so ended up having to try and phone his parents to get a lift from where we were, to only find, because I got a new phone, I haven't got their phone number, so I had to phone his other PA to get hold of the parents and get a lift, and we got back home, and whew, that's okay, it all got sorted in the end. But then I think sometimes there are those times when there's only two outcomes to the things that you could have done. And I found out from his mum, who'd bumped into a neighbour who'd seen us doing the filming, who had then bumped into someone who was very worried about a hoodlum beating up a young man in a wheelchair and was just about to call the police. So I think there was two possible outcomes to today's shenanigans. It was either I was going to be questioned by the police about beating up a young man in a wheelchair, which we weren't. We were doing a fight scene. It was, I'd be able to explain my way out.
I haven't done my little piece of happiness today.
Oh.
So, let me give you my small piece of happiness today. Well, today I had a little bit of an impromptu gig, which is okay. It wasn't my best work, but it will do. And that was quite nice. And then in the evening, I went to Mr. Courgette's to record a new episode of the Mr. Courgette and DBSB Chilean Zombie Experience, and he gave me a very special present. This is the special present. What is it, I hear you say? Well, if you look carefully there, it's a special cutter to carve radishes into little fly agaric mushrooms, so they can look a bit like mushrooms from the Mario games, which is super cool. That just goes to prove we live in a modern
friend of mine today, and I'm kind of quite inspired by the stuff he does. He's very good at building stuff and sort of like making tech stuff. And then he was saying, oh yes, I've got to get back into making videos, which is kind of a thing that he used to do professionally, and that the way that I keep making videos is the thing that inspired him. So it was a mutual inspiration thing, and it was nice to know that someone who actually knows what they're doing is kind of inspired by me making videos, which is cool, even though I'm not particularly savvy with the way I make them. It's all about getting those ideas out there
feeling quite happy
and doing them for various reasons. But I think today's little piece of happiness was I went to Lewis to have a jam. Didn't have the jam. Bit frustrating. But then I went to see my good friend Steve. And he reminded me we've got a couple of good gigs coming up. I'm going to see Sun Ra Orchestra in Lewis soon. And very excitingly, I'm going to be going to the Safe as Milk Festival, where I'm going to see The Residents, Nursing Wound, and the Butthole Surfers. I'm going to see it was quickly picked at the post by this thing, which was I got a message from a French spoken word artist, rapper, lyricist, Noventa, who I'm in the process of doing a collaborative EP with. He's got some of my music tracks that he's putting some lyrics to at the moment, and he's done about 3 out of 6. I think we're going to have 6 or 7 tracks on the EP. And yes, so it's actually creeping along and actually happening. So very excited about this. Yes, international collaborator Neil Bonos, and with French rapper and spoken word artist Noventa. Very excited. It's the little piece of happiness that I nearly had yesterday, but then it got eclipsed by my musical endeavours, and it is this. You see this? It's a camera. Look. It's a very small 1080p camera, and I just got it from Amazon. And here's the thing that makes it really cool, or that makes me really excited. It was a tenner, £10. I'm getting my head round it because it's kind of got no kind of screen thing, or it never quite sure when it's recording or when it's not recording. So yeah, that's the thing. But yes, I'm getting my head around it, and there will be a video very soon showing some footage from it. I've got a secret plan, but yes, look at the size of that. That's my head. Today's little piece of happiness is very small. This vegetable ramen, artificial beef flavour, noodle soup kind of thing that I got from a local Chinese supermarket. I keep going into Chinese supermarkets, I kind of like them. There's something exciting and exotic about them. But the thing I liked about this, it looks like a nice hearty soup, and here is the bit that I like. It says serving suggestion: put all contents in a bowl and pour in 600 ml of boiling water, cover it for 6 minutes and mix well before serving. Yeah, the basic how to serve it is the serving suggestion, which is great. I do find serving suggestions quite funny sometimes on ready-cooked food, when they have things like add a bit of parsley and stuff like that. I find it funny. That's just me. Yeah. So yes, a serving suggestion is today's little piece of happiness. Bye bye. Here's the finished noodle soup. A remix, just in case you were wondering what it looks like. Brighton, folky, synthy, singing, very pretty sounding band, Bloom, is being released today on Bandcamp, and it's a pay what you can release, and all the proceeds go to Mind. So go on, my lovely, lovely, lovely viewers. please go to Bandcamp. The link will be in the description down below, and you can get the Letting Go remix by Nil by Nose, which I'm quite pleased of. It's my first sort of proper remix where I've had all the separate bits of the of a track, and I've manipulated and created a new tune from it, and I quite enjoyed it. I'm very pleased with it. It's kind of gentle and sort of like, but big and awesome. Well worth listening to on headphones. And yeah, there's going to be 9 in the remix album, all of the same track, in very different styles. And I'm very chuffed to be the second one released out of the 9. So get down there and donate to Mind, the mental health, that charity, and listen to my music, and then do a lovely little dance, maybe, if you like. And maybe video yourself doing a lovely dance. Yes, video yourself doing a lovely little dance. And that'll make me very... with my little piece of happiness for today, which is doing a gig in a new venue in Worthing. I've not done one.
The 85th.
Quite small.
Little piece of happiness. And today's one is a bit of a funny, well, a bit of a weirdo thing that, you know, just shows what a weirdo I am. I finally, look, let's have a look here. Look, on day 84, I got my first thumbs down. Now, I think, you know, look, and I don't get nearly enough thumbs down, which is why I quite like them. I don't make great videos. I don't deserve all the thumbs up that I get. I should get more thumbs down than I do. And so I, you know, look, all that, no thumbs down, no thumbs down, no thumbs down, no thumbs down, no thumbs down. Just that one thumbs down. Just there. That one dislike and a thumbs down. Well, I say, hail whoever it was who gave me a thumbs down there. That's a great thing. Thumbs up to my thumbs down. I quite like getting thumbs down.
The Glastonwick 2017.
My perverse nature,
it's a beer festival, music festival thing. There's sort of punkish bands, folkish bands, poetish-ish poets, comedians, and lots of different beers. I think there's like over 80 different types of beer, so that should be fun. And yes, I'm looking forward to seeing some good comedy, and there is going to be playing the comedian, musician behind the Jilted John. Brilliant song. Gordon is a moron. I was going out with a girl. Her name is Julie. Then last week she said to me, a brilliant song. And a very important song for me, because I remember seeing this when we were at my Auntie Betty's house, and it was on Top of the Pops, and Uncle Don was so outraged by the song that he left the room, and it sparked a little piece of my, oh, this music stuff's interesting in my head, and is probably one of the things that propelled me into making my annoying music.
And I'm happy because I've just got back from going to a concert with my dad. We went to see the Sun Ra Orchestra in Lewes, and they sound a bit like this.
time
piece of
just my dad.
happiness
So it was good to spend
comes from
the time
this.
with him and
Just a bit of bread with hummus on it.
legends that are the Sundar Orchestra.
You know, this isn't any ordinary hummus. This is my homemade hummus. I really like making hummus. And once you make it once, you suddenly realise how expensive shop-bought hummus is. And you can tailor it to your own tastes. So this one has lots of garlic and a Scotch bonnet put in there. So it's got a bit of heat and a bit of which is a good thing. So yeah, homemade hummus. Go on, tricky. Make your own homemade.
It's tricky today,
Great.
to be honest, because a festival I was really looking forward to going to at the end of April, Safe as Milk Festival, was cancelled today. But this project is about finding small positive things and championing them, and I think it might mean I'm going to have an adventure somewhere. I've taken the time off work, and so I should really adventure it. So, where else? Let's see what happens when I have my adventure. Part of me is thinking, could go to Blackpool to see some friends. Could go to France. Although I'm going to France in May.
And,
so
well,
don't
I'm
need to
away
really
on a
go
weekend
there
away
at
with
the end
work
of
at the
April
moment.
anyway, 'cause I'm
And
beginning May.
it's a bit blustery outside here at the cottage we're staying at. And the thing that's making me happy at the moment, donkeys. There's something really cool about donkeys. I just like them. I think they've got a good, cheeky kind of nature. They're a bit friendly, but a bit standoffish at the same time. I did do another video, but it was really windy, so I thought I'd redo it again. And of course, in that time, the donkeys were bored of standing near me and have bogged off a bit around the corner. Let's see if we can get the donkeys to be a bit closer. Right, I'm walking around here, changing the position. Okay, right, donkeys. Are you going to come and say hello, donkeys? Hello, donkeys. You going to come and say hello? Come on, donkeys. Donkeys, come on. You're just looking at me like I'm some kind of a fool. And well, see, that's the wiseness of a donkey for you there. Look at me as if I'm some kind of
we're
fool.
staying in
I think we can all learn
cottage
something
in
from
Kent,
donkeys.
where you saw the donkeys yesterday. And then, well, it's very nice. We're in sort of our apple country, and that's a nice thing, isn't it? Look at the flowers. Look at them. Oh. Isn't it good to see all these apple flowers in this orchard here? You know that spring's coming. It's not been too harsh a winter, but you know, we know spring is coming, and each one of these little flowers, little flowers, will become an apple, and in quite likely that quite a large amount of these apples will become cider. So someone else will end up smiling at the end of just seeing this flower.
Heading
Let's smile at the
home.
flower. after a weekend away working. And you know what my little piece of happiness is? That I'm going home. I enjoy my job, and you know, the work I was doing was good. I enjoyed what I was doing and all stuff like that. But
Can I do attention please? Customers are advised to stand behind the yellow lines on all platforms as trains do pass through this station at high speeds.
check my feet
Stand behind the yellow lines at all times.
behind the yellow
Trains do pass
line.
through Hayward's Heath at high speeds.
So yes, I'm just pleased to go home and get to have a lie down in my bed. So I'm going to go home, have a shower, and maybe catch a few Zeds. And I've also, something else that's just popped into my mind, I think this is the last 7 days of my 100 days of happiness. Oh, why don't you tell me what's made you happy in the last 100 days? And tell me what
and I've just
piece of
finished
my
work on
happiness
Monday, so I
made
only do
you
a half day.
happy.
It's a nice way to
we'll
start
all
the
have a
week,
nice-
really, to be honest. A half day. So, yes, I'm off to enjoy my half day
That's it,
off.
Vlogger here, and today's small piece of happiness on the right day. Yeah, yesterday, due to a clerical error, I forgot to upload the video I've made, and so I uploaded it when I got home from work today. So I've been thinking, oh, what could my thing be? And then an interesting, fun opportunity has come up to me, which has sort of come out of the Safe as Milk Festival not happening, and I was thinking maybe going to Blackpool, but then got an interesting opportunity to go to a festival in Barcelona. Blackpool or Barcelona? Blackpool or Barcelona? I'm looking at flight prices and things, and I'm thinking, it's all in planning just checking, dotting a few I's, crossing a few T's, trying to get things so it's all groovy and it works. But I think it could work. It could, by Jove, just work. So today's bit of happiness from the beach. So there might be a little bit of windburn, but hey, it's nice and sunny, so who cares? Shall we have a spin round and have a look? There you go. So that's what's going on. And today's little piece of happiness is from one of my music projects, Kayfabe, who featured in one of these days of happiness before, and it's with my friend Lisa, and we look like this. And we sound a bit like yeah, Lisa has been sending our video to various people who know stuff, and we've been getting some quite positive feedback, which is quite cool. And then after I came back from my weekend away with work, I had a message from Neil Crudd of Tudno FM saying that he'd played some of my music, and he's played Large Rain Members quite a lot, so I was thinking it's one of them. Then checked out the radio show, and he'd played some Kayfabe, which is great, particularly as that song has the C word quite clearly said in it, and it got played on the radio. Oh yes, we rock. It's so edgy and dangerous. So there you go. I'm quite excited. We got a gig probably not until June. So we've got a few rehearsals and things to perfect our sound, so that's quite an exciting thing. Getting Kayfabe
a little bit of
Only
notoriety,
but I wasn't very happy with it, to be honest. So, but something happened today. I'd just gone to see a friend's gig, and I had this crazy thing come of this guy that I didn't know walked up to me and went, "I'll tell you what, watching your vlogs makes me happy." And it's like, what? Someone I don't really know. He said, I was looking for synthesizers on the internet and or on YouTube, and your videos popped up for some reason, so I clicked on it, and yeah, watching your vlogs makes me happy, which is cool. And then, added excitement, a bit later, a woman comes up to me and goes, "You used to be in the band The Las Vegas Mermaids, didn't you?" Which is my old band. Well, they're kind of more concentrated on their side project, the Large Veiny Members now. But the Las Vegas Mermaids sounded like this. So yeah, that was quite a pleasant thing, and made me quite happy that someone watching my videos
had a bit of a
has become happy, and someone remembered
I did think I might go for a swim, but once I'd stood in up to my groinal regions, and they'd totally retracted in, and I started to lose the feeling in my legs, I realised it was far too cold to put my head under the water. So I just stood in the water for a bit and revelled in the water. I've got a bit of video footage, but I haven't looked at it yet. But then the other bit of happiness that is happening at the moment, let me change camera angles. So here it is from the other camera angle. This evening I've been getting on with making the front cover, and I will be doing the back cover in a bit of the Dullbit Blogger or DBSB zine selected drawings 2015 and to 16 as chosen by my parents. I've got to write that in there, and then got to ink that, and then I've got to do the back page explaining everything, and yeah, so that's been keeping me busy today. So yes,
Today's little
from
piece of happiness.
outside
Well, I think there's
extreme
two
stuff to
First of all, I got a cold call and managed to keep them on the phone for about 8 minutes. I hope you've seen that video. That should be the one that's after this, and had me going on about my car being crushed by God's shoe. And then the other piece of happiness is I got to get onto the cheap list to get in to see a band called Wolf Eyes, who are an American noise band who I think I may have seen when I was in LA, but I'm not sure.
And
It was a long time ago.
this is
yes,
the
it was a
penultimate
cracking gig. Yes, most enjoyable. So yes, that's it for today.
100 day of happiness. So and it was a lovely day. So I thought I'd go for a walk up to Devil's Dyke. It's a bit windy, so I don't know whether you'll be able to hear me. It may be all windburn and nothing else. We'll see what happens. But look at that view. Isn't that something to make you happy? The Sussex view. The vista of Sussex. Something to make you happy there. You got London up towards that way. That's village of Ditchling. Ditchling Beacon, which follows up that way, up the hill that way. It's a bit hazy, but sometimes you can see quite a long way out. Yeah. So, yeah. Day 99 of 100 days of happiness. I hope you've enjoyed the journey. It's been interesting. But maybe I'll chat more about it tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I've got some things planned. I'm not sure how they're going to work, but we'll see. And yeah. All the fields. Hello, Double Bedsit Blogger here, and yes, welcome to the 100th of my 100 days of happy. It's a bit late again, but then that's because I did record something earlier and I wasn't quite happy with it. And that's no way to end 100 days of happiness, is it? So, well, there's two little bits. The podium that you've just seen in that opening bit, I wanted to be standing on top of, but I couldn't quite climb up it, so I didn't do that in the end. But you know, it's just a little thing. Anyway, on with the happiness. Well, today I went to see the wrestling, which is something that makes me happy. But the thing that is really making me really happy is I've completed this 100 days of happiness, which is good. And has it made me happy? Well, I think it's helped. I think something that has helped me find is the little things in life that make you happy. And you know, and grab them with both your hands and find the happy in them, which is good. And you know, happy doesn't have to be a lunatic grin all the time. Sometimes happy can be a little bit more subtle. And yeah, I'd like to thank Andy, who's been commenting. I think he's commented on every single one. The Rivets, who are big supporting me with this, and who else? Oh, and well, something that you can do that would make me very happy is you could go and visit my Swedish friend Dan Horing, who is attempting the 365, just making 365 little videos, one video a day for a year. He's just hit 100 days, and yes, it'll give you a little dip into the life of a guy in Sweden who is like a world champion at the card game Magic the Gathering or something like that, which is kind of crazy. And yes, go and visit him, subscribe to him, comment on his videos, because he's an interesting guy. They're just little, 1 minute, 2 minute videos of different things, and yeah, it would make me very happy if you could go and visit there and say hello to him. So yes, don't worry, I'm not going to stop making videos. Duh. So yes, thank you for coming along with me on my 100 days of happiness, and I think hopefully I'll be smiling more. Bye bye.